We finna react to the terrifying final hours of Wu Lottie, stabbed in the Bronx. You feel me? And I need to figure out who the fuck Lottie is because I be getting Lottie and Naughty confused. I be thinking motherfuckers saying Naughty and they be talking about Lottie, but I don't know who Lottie is. So we finna find out who Lottie is inside this video. Shout out to the Dose of Mystery.
New York City, a place where dreams are made, and sometimes where they meet an untimely end. In this city's vibrant heartbeat lies a tragic and compelling mystery, the story of Wu Lottie. Wu Lottie, born Glenn Cole, was not just another name in the vast sea of aspiring New Yorkers. A rising talent in the rap world, his life was a story of hope and hustle, echoing through the streets of the Bronx. He was a young man with a unique voice, a rapper who captivated audiences with his raw energy and genuine passion.
Also, he is a rapper too. Hey, we're gonna have to check out his music, see how he coming and shit.
His music, a reflection of his life and dreams, was on the cusp of breaking into the limelight. But beneath the surface of his rising stardom, a stark reality lurked. The streets that nurtured his talent also harbored a dangerous undercurrent of brutality and petty revenge.
Man, they has to be over saucing it up with the words. Like, damn, nigga, you didn't have to add all that extra shit. The same streets that built them up is gonna take him down. Hey, come on, bro. You don't gotta add all that dramatic shit.
And a rivalry was about to take a devastating turn. On an ordinary spring day in 2020, the life of Wu Lottie would change forever. April 7th, 2020, was a day that began like any other for most of New York's East Village. Wu Lottie had no idea that it would be his last. Allegedly known as Glenn Cole to his family, Wu Lottie was a name new to the streets of the Bronx, a young rapper whose talent was just beginning to shine. Along with a group of his friends, he took a walk on the same streets that had inspired his music, unaware of the tragic fate that awaited him.
So, what gang is Lottie? Like, is he wait Wu Lottie? Is Wu a gang or is Wu just like a little saying that they say? I don't know, man.
As the city moved around him, bustling with life despite it being just after midnight, the underlying tension of a long-standing rivalry was simmering. Wu Lottie, associated with the YGs, was
Oh
entangled.
shit. Also, YGs. All right. So Wu. All right, because you see, I'm tweaking. Cause ain't this a Wu out there? A Wu gang out? Wu and Cho or Cho and Wo? They got hella shit out in New York that I just don't understand. But all right. So now we learning more about who Lottie is. He's a part of the YGs.
In a deep-rooted conflict with the OG gang. That afternoon, the underlying tension escalated to a confrontation. On a street corner that had people with everyday hustle of city life, a group clothed in all black approached Wu Lottie, who was standing around with some of his YG friends. What started as a verbal altercation quickly spiraled into a physical altercation. Lottie ran for his life, and his assailants chased him down. As bystanders looked on,
You see, one thing about them New York motherfuckers, man, they gonna try to fight you and they gonna try to stab you. Like that's why I'm not trying to fight no New York motherfuckers because I know they ass there and they gon' you look down, you stab find a New York nigga like what the fuck, bro? Y'all ass acting like it's the UK in this bitch.
Wu Lottie was stabbed. The scene turned chaotic, and he was hit. A shocking display of brutality that unfolded in mere moments. The assailants fled, leaving Wu Lottie behind to bleed out on the sidewalk. Emergency services rushed to the scene, but Wu Lottie's injuries were too severe. In the ambulance on the way to Harlem Hospital, the grim reality set in. Despite the best efforts of the medical team, Wu Lottie was pronounced gone on arrival. The news of his passing.
Damn, I ain't gonna cap. Getting stabbed, I feel, is getting worse than getting shot. I don't know. I don't know why I always been more scared of getting stabbed than getting shot. That shit just seemed like it hurt way more.
Sent ripples of sorrow throughout the community and among his fans. A young life full of promise and talent was extinguished in an act of senseless viciousness. As the sun rose on the city of New York, the streets of the Bronx mourned one of their own. Wu Ladi's final day had ended in a tragedy that would leave an indelible mark on the community and on the hearts of those who knew him. Friends, family, and loved ones gathered for a memorial of the young man taken before his time. They released balloons into the sky in remembrance of him. There were also aims to create a candlelight memorial, but OG gang members kept showing up to stomp out the candles and post to social media.
I ain't gonna cap to you. That's pretty fucked up right there. Cause it's like I ain't gonna cap. Motherfuckers doing this they family, man. Like just let they family have peace and shit. Like why the fuck niggas is fucked up. Niggas is some fucked up motherfuckers. I ain't gonna cap to you. But it's like they probably doing this shit because them niggas probably do the same shit to them. The streets is a fucked up place.
In the wake of Wu Ladi's stabbing, the New York Police Department faced the daunting task of untangling the events of that fateful day. So the investigations began to delve into Wu Ladi's background. As the police tried to piece together the sequence of events leading up to the hit, they faced the challenge of penetrating a tight-knit community, often wary of law enforcement. Each piece of surveillance footage and every bit of information gleaned from the streets brought them closer to understanding the motive and the culprits behind the attack. Speculation has suggested that Wu Ladi's passing was a direct result of a gang rivalry. References to harming Wu.
I mean, I ain't gonna cap to you. 9 times out of 10, this shit gonna be due with a gang. Right? Come on, man. We ain't trying to hear that shit, man. We knew that shit got to do with gang
Ladi
shit.
And members of YG Gang songs.
How you up 6 when his shit? On my body. We on this song on live. Really know who. That ass. We the ones that smoking on body. Yes.
He get shot today.
Bro, them fucking glasses bogus as hell. His ass need to take them weak ass glasses off.
We be smoking that ass. We be screaming Lottie.
Imagine this nigga. Folks' ass look like a retarded ass character for Ed, and Eddie. This shit funny as hell. Imagine this nigga dissing you on live for thousands of motherfuckers to see. That shit piss me off if you ask me. I ain't gonna cap to you.
And the creation of memes about him have led some to the conclusion that he was a target. But his execution was not an isolated incident. The stabbing was just the latest in a string of demise resulting from years of hostility, a tragic outcome of a feud that already claimed too many lives. To understand the speculation around the end of Wu Ladi, it's crucial to delve into the deep-seated rivalry between the two factions that seem to play a significant role in his life and demise.
Oh, so that's what OGs and YGs mean. Original goons and young gunners. So what OY mean? Original youngsters? Original youngins? I don't know.
The OGs, or original goons, and the YGs, also known as the young gunners. The YGs, originating from the Mott Haven houses, were once a unified group. However, infighting amongst the gang led to a dramatic split. Supposedly around 2010, the YGs from Cortland broke away to form a new group, the OGs. This division marked the beginning of a bitter and escalating feud. a rivalry that would come to define the lives of many young men in the East Village community.
Damn, that shit crazy. That shit happened back then, and niggas just being born, and now they are part of that beef just because they live over there. That's fucked up. How the world be now?
The intensity in the conflict came to a head in 2012 when a young member of the OGs named Noah Balla was seized alone and vulnerable late at night. He was cornered and brutally assassinated by a group of YGs. This horrific event was a turning point, escalating the feud into a cycle of retaliation and viciousness. The streets became a brutal battleground, with both sides suffering losses. Wu Ladi's connection to the volatile environment was inescapable. As a member of the YG group, he found himself not only amid the ongoing conflict, but as an active participant. The animosity between the OGs and the YG.
Active participant. Bro, I kind of figured, bro, you just showed up him throwing up gang signs his name, Wu Ladi. I mean, I'm pretty sure his ass was pretty active, doing some shit in the streets.
YGs was not confined to the streets alone. It spilled over into their music. Wu Ladi's lyrics and social media presence often reflected this harsh reality. He was known to make threats against the OGs in his songs, using his music as a vehicle to express the anger and defiance that came with the territory of his gang affiliation. This led to members of each group openly beefing on social media, even going live to trash talk each other. And some have pointed out that in one of the music videos, Wu Ladi was in.
I ain't gonna cap. If Buddy Ass was a rapper, they ass should have known it was gang activity. Ain't no way around it. You feel me? What the fuck?
Before his passing, he was seen covering a wound on his neck with a bandage. His involvement in brutality and the threats he made against the OGs were undeniably parts of his life and are aspects that cannot be overlooked when telling his story. But they were not the whole story. For the police, solving the case was a step towards addressing the broader issues at play, an effort to stem the flow of viciousness that had taken a young life and left a community in mourning. The brutality of the attack, part of which seems to be captured in a disturbing video, only heightened the urgency of their mission. Due to the video's blurry nature and the lack of information regarding its origin, efforts are being made to identify the person responsible for spreading it around. It was a race against time to bring the perpetrators to justice. And
damn, why they looking for the nigga who spread the video around? For what he do? In the world of phones, if a nigga see some wild shit, they recorded that shit, bro. That's just how it is. Why the fuck they, unless they trying to figure out like, oh, trying to use him as a witness. Oh, I get it now. I get it now. My ass a little bit slow and shit.
To provide some semblance of closure to a grieving community. As the video gained traction on social media, questions surrounding Wu Ladi's age and personal life arose. Sources have provided varying details about his actual age, as well as conflicting information about his background, such as his real name and family life, further clouding the already mysterious case. A breakthrough seemed to appear for detectives when two individuals were apprehended in connection with the homicide. The arrests included 28-year-old William Hopton and another individual that remains unnamed. These arrests were...
Damn, the nigga was probably unnamed because the nigga was probably a minor or some shit. You know how that shit be. Them older niggas be sending off them young niggas, having them niggas fuck up their life.
For testament to the diligent efforts of the police. But they also painted a grim picture of the cycle of brutality that had claimed Wu Ladi's life. It becomes clear that until there is a public trial, there is much we still don't know. In remembering him, we must acknowledge the many facets of this case. The known and the unknown, the public and the private. With multiple cases related to his passing still awaiting trial, many questions still linger about the exact circumstances of his final days
This nigga just saying some trying to make that shit longer. But shout them out, man. Shout out Dose of Mystery, man. Rest in peace to Wu Lottie. And we finna go on to the next video and shit. That shit, it wasn't really like no long video. Like that video really, he just added hella extra shit, but he just said he got into a fight and he got stabbed. That literally could have been a 3 minute, literally a 1 minute fucking short. His ass just added a whole bunch of extra shit to it, you feel me? Just to sauce it up, make that shit longer so he could put more ads in the video and shit. You know how these YouTubers be? I already know. But let's go on to the next video. I can't show y'all what